A pot of boiling water and a packet of seasoning was the little girl's dinner. Anna, a debt collector, broke down the door only to find a lone little girl inside. Left with no choice, she decided to stay and wait for the girl's father to return. That night, Anna was woken by a bone-chilling cold. She couldn't imagine how the little girl survived the winters in a room with no heat. Looking at the thin blanket covering the child, a sense of guilt stirred in Anna's heart. The next morning, the girl woke up to find the floor was warm. Anna had paid for heating charcoal out of her own pocket. The girl politely thanked her and left for school alone. Feeling uneasy, Anna secretly followed her, only to be shocked to see the girl drinking tap water to fill her stomach. Anna had no choice but to make chicken soup to nourish her. Not only had she failed to collect the debt, but she had also spent quite a bit of money. But one day, upon opening the door, she saw the girl's father passed out drunk on the floor, while the girl cowered in a corner with a bruised eye and an injury on her face. When Anna asked why she didn't cry, the girl answered numbly, "If I cry, the beating will be worse." Hearing this, Anna was overcome with rage. She decided to protect the little girl. She took out an adoption application, determined to use the debt to buy the girl's freedom. The father eventually signed the papers. For decades after, the girl, Lucy, stayed by Anna's side. The two depended on each other, facing life's hardships together. Until recently, Anna passed away, leaving Lucy alone once more. She heard of a psychic who could communicate with the deceased. Desperate to save her mother, she failed to see it was a scam. The psychic, pretending to be Anna's spirit, claimed she couldn't pass on because she was worried about Lucy and needed someone to carry her burden so she could reincarnate. Lucy believed it. She ran out the door and, with grim resolve, threw herself in front of a speeding car, using her own life to pave her mother's path to the afterlife. However, when she stepped onto the path of the afterlife, she wore a look of confusion, as if she didn't know why she was there. According to the rules, Lucy should have been condemned to hell. But Jack, a guide to heaven, felt an inexplicable sense of familiarity upon seeing her and, making an exception, brought her to heaven. It was then they realized that all souls mistakenly brought to heaven lose their memories. Jack had no choice but to let the amnesiac woman stay for the time being. But the next moment, the woman suddenly called Jack's wife, Anna, Grandma. This kept Anna up all night, worried that this beautiful young woman would steal her husband. In heaven, jealousy is a sin that materializes as sin grapes. Because of her jealousy, Anna had already accumulated 4. Once she collected 6, she would be sent to hell. The woman asked Anna to give her a name, and Anna angrily named her Grape. Anna's fury grew, and she demanded her husband send Grape away immediately. Jack had to ask a colleague for help, only to learn that a soul from hell had indeed infiltrated heaven. If caught, the soul would face a punishment more painful than hell itself. Unwilling to report her, Jack brought Grape back home. By this point, Anna had no time to deal with them. Her sins were so deep that Heaven's enforcer arrived, holding the celestial staff, to summon her. He was shocked to see Anna, as in Heaven's several hundred years of history, no one had ever accumulated so much sin. When the enforcer left, he was so scared his legs went weak. Anna was sent to a church for re-education, but she fell asleep as the priest chanted the scriptures. When she got home, she assumed her husband had sent Grape away, but upon entering, she saw Grape hugging her husband. Anna completely broke down. She gave her husband one last chance, but he just accused her of complaining ever since she arrived in heaven. Anna's heart died. She had served her husband for 60 years on earth and had never gotten anything in return. Disheartened, she decided to let him have what he wanted and leave on her own.